Hey guys, Jason Nedved here with Nedved Precision Shooting. Have my wife here, Ariana, as well, and we're going to talk a little bit about the gear needed for a
rimfire match.
A rimfire match, your first rimfire match, or if you're experienced getting into these rigs here, or just starting out. We're going to go over your basics of what you need, or going up to the extreme of some of the things you might need or want. So first, you have your 22 matches. You can search on Facebook, the NRL website, the PRS website. They have a great resource. You can go in there and look for matches, your local matches, and just kind of search for a region. So you have NRL 22, which is going to be a monthly course of fire. Those they release that every month, so you can find that on their website on the NRL 22. Then you have your NRL 22X league. That's going to be, they don't release the course of fire for that. That's going to be like PRS 22 and NRL 22X are going to be kind of the same. Your match director will set up a course of fire using who knows what props, who knows what ranges, targets, shapes, nothing. You don't know anything. So you're just going into it blind and see who does the best. Then you have the Mars series, which we're not near that. That's more closer to the East Coast. And then you have the Pro series, which I'm a fan of. Buddy started that over in Montana, and that's slowly expanding to several different states, and a lot of the clubs that watch this are part of that Pro series, if you know it or not. Ask your match director about that. But what we're going to go over is the gear that you need. Not going into much of the matches, just the gear. So when you start out, good things to have is a local club, and then typically you can go there and borrow a rifle. Like if you come to my club, it's just a PRS club, you need a loaner. We have this one here, which is the Tikka T1X 22LR. Just has a basic Vortex Diamondback tactical scope on it, and we'll give you ammo, we'll give you data. You're good to go. So you can just borrow stuff, and then we have plenty of bags. You can borrow that, and then we will work with you. I will work with you, Ariana will work with you, and get your data and stuff like that to shoot the targets in the course of fire. Then this is a little bit tricked out rig here. This is also a loaner rifle. This is just a Bagara carbon. Bagara B14 has a new trigger in it, has a MPA BA comp on it, and that has a Strike Eagle on that one. So it's just a little bit more decked out. And then obviously you have your high-end rigs here, Voodoo Gen 1 with the 120 straight taper and a JE, and then you have a Rim X and a foundation. So you can just kind of go all out, but let's just stick with the basics for now. Basic things you need is a rifle, okay? That's pretty simple.
Pretty simple, rifle.
Preferably bolt action.
Yeah.
You want a bolt action rifle because when you're transitioning on the barricades, you want your bolt open, or if you have a semi-auto, which will work, a Ruger 1022 or something, you just have to put that on safe every time you transition. Yep, and then announce it verbally. A good scope. We did have some shooters come out, and they did not have scopes that dialed. That is, you can still do it, don't get me wrong, but getting out to further distances is going to be a little bit of a struggle. Oh, also, you're zero at 50 yards, not 100.
50, not 100.
Yeah. So a scope that dials, even this Diamondback Tactical, you got turrets on here, you can dial that out. The reason you want to do that is for your different targets at different ranges is going to have different elevation numbers, turrets, elevation, your dope. So you want to be able to dial for each target to increase your chances of hitting it instead of just holding over. So your basic thing, rifle, bolt action, a scope that has turrets, exposed turrets, so you can dial out. I suggest at least a 16, you know, this is a 7.4, 4x16. That will be fine, it will get you through. Like this here is a 6x36, this is a 4.5x27, then you have the 5x25 here. So just a variety, but even on my rifle, even though it goes up to 36, my home is about 18 to 21. Mm-hmm. And
I'm a little bit closer than that, but...
You use all of it.
I do.
She zooms all the way out and then zooms all the way in. We got to break that habit. I'm going to take off the lever on hers.
Thanks.
Yeah, but yeah, about 18 is my home, 17. A lot of people hang out at 12, even for centerfire, shooting long range. So definitely get a scope that dials.
This was actually the gun I started with. First time I took it out, I was, 4 months pregnant and won base class with that gun at an NRL monthly, NRL 22 monthly match. So
Yeah.
the basics, they work. Getting real down to just the basics of basics.
Yeah. So with this, it is super helpful instead of just having a bag to balance on for your prone shots, a bipod. So getting some kind of bipod. Obviously these ones are the tricked out ones. These are the MDT Sky Pods, but there are MDT Ground Pod. That's a $200 bipod. That will do you just fine. You got Harris, you have other different brands, Atlas, but obviously I like the Sky Pods myself because they just do so much. But for a base gun like this here, going with MDT Ground Pod or something like that, that will work great with these guns. But that is definitely something. I went to a match and they just had a bag. Obviously for all the barricades, that was great, but when you're shooting prone or have a troop line or something like that, it can be very difficult. And even just staging your rifle for every stage, that's...
We don't have to lay it down on something, it's just up on your bipod.
Yeah. Then also, you'll want a couple mags. I have 3, I run 3, but really you only need 2. You have 2.
2.
In case something goes wrong, something's not feeding right, you want to have that backup mag, or some of these matches are requiring you to do a mag change. Some of them are 12 round mag, or 12 round stages, 14 rounds, all kinds of different stuff going on. So you'll want 2 mags to go with that. Good ammo. You'll want good ammo. I run the Lapua long range with this one here. We use SK for some of our other rifles. You run Center X and Her Voodoo, but you want that good quality ammo, either Ely, the Lapua, the SK, stuff like that. That's going to feed nicer. It's that less wax buildup like on some of your other ammos. That will really gum up your action, especially when it gets cold here.
Right.
Well, it's already December, but we
Nice
have
day in December.
unusually warm weather for
But
now.
I feel like your gun also will tell you what ammo it likes. You'll see as you cycle through the types of ammo, which one really clicks with your gun.
Yeah, it just moves from lot to lot. You know, that's why you can send your rifle in to get lot testing.
Right.
Which we need to do that with yours. But that's a big thing, lot to lot. So yes, I run Lapua long range, but if I go to another lot of Lapua long range, my gun might open up a little bit, might tighten up a little bit. You just don't know. So went over the scope, went over the rifle. Bags is a really good thing to have, because a lot of these matches nowadays are a lot of barricade.
A lot of barricade.
A lot of barricades positions, transitioning off of the weird props, from spools to tank traps to railroad ties to
You're definitely seeing
2x4s.
You're definitely seeing less and less prone. As you know, shooting in general continues to evolve for the 22 world. So.
And then even going to these national matches, I know a lot of people are wanting 60-40 prone positionals type stuff, but when you go to these national matches, centerfire or rimfire, it is 90%, if not 95% positional.
Yep.
And I think the last nationals I went to, there was 2 prone stages. One was prone, one was modified prone. So I think that was it. So, and then one of them, the modified prone, and you were better off bagging it instead of using your bipod. So, but anyway, having a good bag. As you guys seen in a different video, the gear I run, but the Schmedium Armageddon gear, Schmedium heavy fill, we have it on our website, but that is what I use. That just seems to get on a prop and then just stick there. So if you were going to get just one bag, that would be it, because you can use it prone, you can use it on your barricades, and you'll be good to go there. So with your scope and getting data and your ammo, you need to get data, data of previous engagement. You just learned that today.
Just learned that today.
So with that, you need to know what you're going to dial for the ranges. So you need a computer or something like that. I use a Kestrel, okay? Kestrel is going to help. It's going to get your weather conditions, things like that. But when I first started out, I just used on my phone, it's called a shooter app, and you have that app
Yep.
as well. My dad has that app. For the not as serious, you have a Kestrel now, but not as serious shooters are just starting out. That's just a $10 app, lifetime use of it. $10 app. You can put your profiles in there, stuff like that. It's going to get you really, really close to hitting your targets at distances and stuff like that. Kestrel's a little bit more accurate, always gathering your weather information. You can kind of fine tune your muzzle velocity, BC, stuff like that. But
even when I
that's the
shot
way to go.
that first gun, I think I used a shooter app. I didn't get a Kestrel until I got a Voodoo, I don't think. So
Yeah.
the shooter app is a really good one if you're starting out, wanting to learn, get into the 22 world for, or any competitive shooting really. Good place to start.
Yeah, and that works with your rimfire or centerfire, any of your rifles, hunting rifles, whatever. It will work with that. But to get that info, I use the Garmin Zero for getting my muzzle velocities. That's going to be a very important thing. These are also on the website. We have those coming and going. But that's going to be very important in getting your muzzle velocity. Muzzle velocity is very important out of any rifle you shoot. So either borrow one, get one, whatever, but that is going to be very important. Because you're shooting different targets at different ranges, and you need to know that, because even though this rifle and this rifle, if we put that Lapua long range into it and we shot the far target at 275, it's going to be different dope. Even your Voodoo to my Voodoo
Yep, our Voodoos are
is going to be different. So
couple tenths.
then you have, and then you have small things that you would need, like on these rifles here. These have something different, but you know, just the Coltac dope card holders. It's just something to write down your data. I sell these dope cards with a pen. You get 15 of these. Then these, you can write down your data, because on these targets and stages, you're shooting 5 different targets sometimes, sometimes even more at different distances. So I just Velcro it right there. Some guys use arm boards because I used to, but I don't like being on my rifle and then having to get this arm up and then get back down on support. I just like glancing my eyes up to the left to see that. Yeah,
those are that's a basic overview.
Basic things you need. And then that dope, even having your card somewhere. I seen some people write on ink on their hands and then crossed off, and then they're
some way to record your dope.
Yeah, they just all
whatever that is.
Tat it up at the end, basically.
Yeah.
But then you get into some of the extreme stuff when you start growing into the sport, getting your own chrono, your Kestrel, then you get your glass, you get your tripod, you got your tripod caddy. Because as people that shoot with me know, this is my home base. This is where I stay. Yep, that too. Your Gray Ops Pro plate for the bottom of here when you're getting on those barricades to help level you out and stuff like that. But some of the more advanced stuff. And then with that tripod caddy, you got the little net there. I carry an extra Get Light bag, just a bigger one. But yeah, then you can slowly grow from this, which when we bought it, I don't know, I think it was...
It's been a long time ago. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that one was under $1,200
Yeah.
back in the day, and that's where we started. And now we're on to Voodoos and JEs and different chassis. She's running a Hunt chassis on hers. But yeah, because it went from that to a BA comp to, I think I went to the JE then after that.
You did, yep.
Yeah, so different, very different things. But yeah, that's how to start out, the basic things that you need going to a match. Then, like I said at the beginning though, if you are interested in this, give us a call, anything like that, but call your local match director. They might have a loaner rifle. I know several clubs in our area, at least 3 or 4 of them do. They have a loaner rifle of some sort, so you can always source that out, borrow that, and you should be good to go. And then everybody's going to be super helpful.
Yeah.
Even if you're talking to the guy that just placed first in the world, second in the worlds, if you go and talk to them and ask them questions, guess what? They're going to talk to you back. They're going to loan out their stuff. They're going to say, oh yeah, try this. You know, you can definitely borrow my rifle, shoot it, try it, use my bags, whatever, you know, and just ask questions. Don't be shy. It's a very great community, helpful community. any of the equipment, just ask to borrow it, try it, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
So yeah, with that, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, and then obviously everything you see here, we do have on our website, nedvedprecisionshooting.com, and you can message us there. That goes directly to both of us. Sometimes she'll answer and say it was me, but we'll get you taken care of either way. Sometimes I'm busy and she'll answer. That's fine. But yeah, we'll see you at the range, guys. Thanks.